Oh my god, Target is being held hostage by an anti-LGBTQ campaign. Again, here we are. Here we are. About 2 weeks, a little over 2 weeks, right? Because they've lost just about $1 billion for every day, every trading day since the boycott has happened. But you don't want to mention those trans bomb threats that came through. You don't want to mention the LGBTQ advocates that are out there that don't want to shop at Target anymore because you didn't stand behind our trans rights. You didn't make us feel visible and seen. Don't want to mention that. It's just those simple-minded idiot conservatives. But this is CNN after all. So, you know what? Hey, man, we got to see how the other side's living, right? During every Pride Month in June for the past decade, Target has sold merchandise for gay customers, employees, and allies. But this year, Target faced an anti-LGBTQ campaign that went viral on social media. Wouldn't you think that this would be a moment of inflection? Okay, if we've been doing all this gay shit for like 10 years, what was the moment where we crossed the line? Where people decided to take methods and manners into their own hands in order to just say, enough is enough. No further than this right here. No, you know what it is? It's just simply there's too many bigots on the other side now, and we didn't do nothing. Sure, it's never going to be a point of inflection for these idiots. Fueled by far-right personalities and on social media platforms, the anti-trans campaign spread misleading information about the company's Pride Month products and its business practices. Well, you had a trans Satanist design some of your products. You were definitely selling onesies for toddlers with a bunch of gay slogans on them. Not gay in its design, but gay in its messaging, which is equally as terrible. But I'm sure you're going to cite your source as to how it's simply the far right and how it's simply just another simple case of mis and disinformation. Campaign became hostile when threats levied against Target employees and instances of damaged products and displays in stores. Yeah, trans bomb threat. Utah, Ohio, Pennsylvania. Don't want to mention that, though. That effectively held Target hostage. The company was forced to make an impossible choice of either safeguard its employees in stores or continue to support customers who wanted to buy the products it was selling. How well were they selling? Listen, we've been doing this stuff for about 2 weeks at this point in time. We don't have any sales figures as to how well any of those products are actually moving. Like, they're still in the store, right? Like, is that the only misinformation you guys are going to point out? It was just moved to the back of the store. Just like gay Rosa Parks to the back of the bus, bitch. That's just where they put all of this trans and pride and gay and groomer shit. It's right there. Back of the store if you want to go get your tuck safe underwear, if you want to go get your chest binder, but those should only be in like extra large sizes for the dudes who got man tits. Like, that'd be about the only time that I'd support, a chest binder. In the end, Target opted to protect employee safety by removing certain items that it said caused the most volatile reaction from opponents. And then that, somehow was capitulating to the other side and somehow ends up resorting and you guys negotiating with terrorists. Funny, when the shoe's on the other foot, they just want to bitch and moan and whine and complain. It was just like in the early days when Elon Musk first took over Twitter. Oh, look at all this censorship on the other side. And it's like, oh, cool. Now you know how it feels, even though it was not nearly as bad. Taking a look at when this one was written, they thought that a week after, okay? This would have been, just a couple of days after the initial boycott kicked off and everything was going full steam ahead. They're just being held hostage, anti-gay, far-right personalities. But now, all of a sudden, it's the exact same author there. Now he's just trying to spin this out. That here's the real reason Target stock is dropping. Listen, it's not those far-right extremists that are winning. It's actually this one reason that's right here. Yuck. Target stock has lost about 1/5 of its value over the past 2.5 weeks. It's not about what you may have heard. Okay, if you follow right-wing media or Twitter, you may have seen a lot of coverage recently about Target's stock price falling because of outrage over its Pride Month clothing. Well, yeah, if it wasn't about, a sales boycott, you would have those numbers out there, but haven't seen a lick. It's conceivable that some investors told Target because of the negative coverage on Fox News and other right-wing outlets. That's the only one that CNN knows. See, bad Fox News, but nobody's watching Fox News anymore. But Target stock went on a 9-day losing streak and hit a 3-year low this week because of broader changes in the United States economy. Oh, some other failings from your bosses. Oh, okay, cool. I don't think that this is the dunk that you think it is. The possibility of a recession and Target's overexposure to discretionary merchandise, according to corporate executives. Oh, so Target investigated what they did wrong and realized that they didn't do anything wrong. Fantastic. And retail and investment analysis. Sure thing. We can also go back to your guys' hand-in-hand partner about this. I did a video earlier today about ABC being so wrong when it came to the Bud Light boycott, and here we are again. Actually, guys, the Target boycott, it really isn't that bad, okay? You know what? It's a multivariate analysis. It's actually very nuanced the way that it is. It isn't those evil, dirty right-wingers that are over there. Just tell us the numbers. Also point to us why no other stock that's out there from another company of similar size, of similar capacity, hasn't gone through that same drop. Kohl's did a video earlier on them today. Well, that one was from a while ago. It's a little bit outdated. But you can take a look at the Kohl's stock right now. Right off a cliff as well. But Walmart, still holding strong. Nordstrom, still holding strong. Marshalls, whatever the equivalent is down there in the United States, all of it's still fine. And they didn't go out there and they didn't decide to bend the knee to the woke altar for the 0.001% of the population. Imagine that. No, guys. It's just the economy's in complete shambles. A recession is on the horizon, even though it's been here for like a year at this point. No, it's not Target's fault that everything sucks. It's Biden's fault. Oh, wait. Shit, we weren't supposed to say that part out loud. Here we have an opinion. This is a reprint from the Arizona Central. I've seen it entitled, How Target Can Win Back the Arizona Consumer. And if you believe what has gone on, and even though YouTube just recently changed our 2020 election results, I don't know what their most recent policy is when it comes to the most recent 2022 election, but regardless, if you want to believe the lies that they fed you about 2020, you could believe that Arizona is a purple state. You just want to gloss over what happened during the midterms in Arizona? It's a very much a purple state, heading towards blue, right? Sure thing. Oh yeah, pretty good cross-section, right? Of Californians fleeing the state that they ruined with socialist policies, only to go over to another state and ruin it with those same socialist policies. Just go another state further. Just go to New Mexico. They're already, kind of open for business as well. Fucking leave Phoenix and good places like that alone. So yes, how can Target end the boycott and restore sanity to our politics? This was written by Milton Friedman. I don't think so. Oh no, Phil Boas. Okay, it's just citing Milton Friedman. And it's like, yeah, that would have been a little tough. In the cool twilight of last day of May, 3 families stood in a driveway near the base of Camelback Mountain in North Phoenix and said their goodbyes following a get-together. That's fantastic. I don't care about setting the stage, okay? I ain't reading your fucking, pseudo-novel here, pal. This is not a few fringe extremists. No, but CNN said there's just far-right extremists. Okay. I wish Target executives could have witnessed the discussion among people who have been the most loyal customers. Yes, to the people up there. Obviously, they were talking. Need to stop and, for the trip on the way back, you need to stop at some stuff. There's a Target around the way. It's like, nah, I ain't going there. And it's like, you're the bigot and you're one of those ultra mega people, aren't you? They're not, as the president say of gay rights organization GLAAD calls the Target boycotters a few fringe extremists. They're old school moderates and conservatives who long ago made their peace with the L, G, and B in the alternative alphabet. I remember growing up. That's the only thing that was on that degenerate rainbow. But now all of a sudden, oh man, can anybody name what any of the stripes and figures are on there without the help of a graphic? It's whatever. In fact, many of those LGB are their heroes, fighting the culture war on their behalf. Barry Weiss, Douglas Murray, Andrew Sullivan, Dave Rubin, Kathleen Stock, Tammy Bruce. I like Douglas Murray. He's occasionally floopy, but the rest of them are weird. Gays and lesbians who understand Enlightenment values and defend them. And Barry Weiss, well, she sucks. I know her as well, I guess. And Dave Rubin as well. But if you say his name too loud, all you can hear in the distance is classical liberal. Families want neutrality, not politics. Fair enough. If Target and Budweiser are going to become the handmaidens of the extreme left, these families are not going to exercise their prerogative with a single word. Done. Yep. It doesn't have to end this way. These families don't expect unconditional surrender from the Minneapolis-based retailer. No, he's going to go on and he's going to outline the exact same thing that I have in the different boycott videos that have been out for a while, but we'll let him lay the groundwork here. What they really want is neutral ground. They want a little peace from the axe-wielding politics of those who aggressively march to take over the culture, be they left or right. Because, yeah, as fun as it is to poke fun at how far left the left has actually gone and how far right and how far left the right has actually gone, because the right, for the most part, hasn't gone, more right and all. The Overton window has just simply shifted that far. I don't want a right-wing theocracy, because that would just be a backdoor for all those religious zealots to hop in there, and yeah, I'm not down with that stuff anyways. I appreciate religion and all that stuff as well. It's just, I don't need to have anybody proselytizing me with any of their magic words, if they either be written from the Dead Sea Scrolls or if they're from bell hooks on intersectionality. I don't really need to hear from it. I don't need to have my life governed by either. They don't want to be bombarded with identity politics. They balk at baby clothing and accessories adorned in rainbow symbols, as well as kids' books on transgenderism and gender fluidity, all displayed at Target as reported in the New York Times. And yeah, seen one that was kind of super despicable as well. A very obvious picture book about how kids come to realize that their separate family units were both swinging together. They were having this conversation while on a swing set, saying that we're swingers. So the implication there is that the children would be fucking just like the parents, sick individuals. They know it's Target's right to sell whatever it wants, but it's also their right to shop somewhere else, as they've reminded one another on social media. Exactly, man. That's the way that Target steers out of this impending crash. Well, it's already here, so try to mitigate the losses. Take a step back, issue your apology, do a make good, whatever the hell you want, but then just back it up with action. This is just what we want to see at this point in time. Sell your products, make your money. Everybody was happy when you weren't making political statements, but you hired all of the people, put them in the positions of power. They all seem to believe that everything is political. So, hey man, you lay with dogs, you get fleas, and you end up boycotting Target. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.